When you hear the words, our soccer team that made history, what comes to mind? Once, the legendary Italian coach Fabio Capello declared, one is Cruyff's Ajax, another is Sacchi's Milan, and the third, Pep's Barcelona. Barcelona dominated with Tiki-taka, a false nine, and unwavering Cruyff. Their legendary tactics still shine after more than a decade. Relive the legacy with eFootball. Barcelona seeks to control the game through possession. The moment they lose the ball, they press high as a unit, quickly regaining the possession and throwing into Tiki-taka. The man who became the leader of this pressing system, Pedro Rodriguez. You can't talk about Pep's Barcelona without Pedro. His relentless high press was crucial for Barcelona to kickstart their possession game. With the highest work rate in the team, Pedro pressed from the front, setting up Messi for the finish. He never missed an opponent's mistake. Under Pedro's press, the opponent's rhythm would collapse, setting possession to Barcelona's half. Of course, it wasn't just Pedro. Pep enforced a 5-second sprint rule for every player when possession was lost. He instilled a synchronized pressing system, making Barcelona one of Europe's top pressing teams. Pedro's strengths go beyond pressing. His speed and perfect positioning set him apart. On the wing, his spatial awareness is unmatched, linking up seamlessly with Messi and Xavi and others for Tiki-taka. When Messi moved central, Pedro became the key figure on the right, drawing defenders into triangles and neutralizing their press. From there, it was all about Tiki-taka at the back. His ability to distribute one-touch passes in build-up play was crucial. Balls recovered through Pedro's or the team's hypers were quickly redirected into Tiki-taka. The rhythmic short passes of Tiki-taka effectively neutralized the opponent's press, particularly excelling in positive transitions. Pedro was occasionally tasked with the left wing, adapting easily despite often playing centrally. Barcelona used short passes to switch sides, reducing position loss risks and creating central breakthroughs when needed. With Barcelona's all-court wing-focused tactics, Pedro was indispensable. Do you believe in the wizard? No, that's not the point. He exists in the world of football. Watching Andres Iniesta play with my own eyes is beyond what the word "fortunate" can express. His graceful touch on the ball and those perfectly executed through balls are the essence of what makes Iniesta. An outside pass to the wing, a perfectly timed last through ball to the top. His play decides the game. Of course, Tiki-taka is second nature to him. A La Masia product, Iniesta, alongside his compatriot Xavi, dominated the field. With his body trained in triangles and third-man runs, he flows the opponent. Let's take another look at his ball control. With flawless one-touch passes, he dismantles the opponent, leaving them powerless. Now, alongside Xavi and Busquets, he breaks through the defensive lines. He positions himself between the opponent's gates, always touching the ball where they can't intercept. Cross-range Tiki-taka disrupts the press, forcing the first line to drop back. Then, a triangle forms again in the center, waiting for the opportunity to break through the second line. After Xavi beats one defender with his skill, the ball moves from Iniesta through the gates to Messi. Though Barca interior players, Xavi and Iniesta had different floors. Iniesta often played higher up the field, frequently driving forward with his dribbling to set up a finish. Here, he receives an assist from Messi and breasts a stunning goal, a direct, powerful strike with the outside of his foot. Boasting one of the best finishing abilities in the team, he helped make Messi's first line a reality. His dedication, character, imagination, and technique are unparalleled. This is the fantasy star. The legendary Barcelona captain, Carlos Puyol. With a passion stronger than anyone, he is the definition of a true warrior. A destroyer through and through, Puyol has a powerful body and incredible defensive skills. He's first and never lets his target escape. He always gets the job done. His one-on-one defending is top-notch, and his timing is perfect every time. On the build-up play, he shows his leadership. He moves wide, stretching the gap between the opposing players and creating space to build up the attack across the whole field. Of course, he can also make a direct pass forward himself. Their goal in the build-up is Xavi. They aim to deliver the ball safely to the game master Xavi. Until then, they cannot afford to lose possession at the back, but they're willing to take risks. The position style starts with the center backs, with Puyol and Piqué staying calm as ball carries. Busquets and Xavi can find their rhythm.
Barcelona still this single goal behind.
Xavi and Iniesta have different roles. Xavi drops deep to the same level as Busquets, controlling the build-up and position. When Xavi has the ball, Busquets positions himself slightly higher. By allowing Xavi to act as a second pivot, it creates confusion in the opponent's marking and pressure. The build-up starts with Xavi as the focal point. Busquets holds the ball. Xavi touches it. And then, with a brief pause, Xavi abandons his position and surges forward. This is how they push the opponent's defensive line back. Xavi's ball control is not bound by the environment. He adjusts to Dani Alves' positioning, playing as a first fullback, creating time and space for himself and utilizing it to the fullest. His build-up play is exceptional, beyond what an ordinary person could ever comprehend. That's because seeing the game from a bird's eye view, and actually being on the field are two completely different things. The more experience you have in football, the more you realize the brilliance of Xavi and Iniesta. Their IQ is extraordinary and their spatial awareness feels as if they are looking down at the pitch from above. They connect the ball in the center and deliver it cleanly to Messi. This is how Pep's Barca build-up is perfected. Let's continue discussing the charm of Xavi. On November 29, 2010, 21 o'clock local time, the legendary El Clasico kicked off. Let's revisit the first goal of that match. Busquets passes the ball to Xavi, who turns to face forward, evading the opponent's pressing. He then creates space with a 1-2 pass with Messi, the first line, and moves towards the box. The moment Iniesta receives the ball, it's sent to Xavi. This was the most beautiful goal of Pep's Barca. Xavi, with one of the highest football IQs, is not just great at build-up play. He values the basics. He works hard every day on his training, building core strengths and mastering the double touch to shift his balance. Once he has the ball, it's very hard to take it away from him. He's also great with skills like the roulette and soul control, and he dominates loose balls. The legendary Hidetoshi Nakata once said, "Why do smaller players like Xavi and Iniesta stand out at big clubs? It's because of the basics. Simple moves like the inside pass and the basic actions of stopping and passing are what make them so strong. And of course, they never forget high pressing. Pep built the team's principles on their solid foundation, with rare talent shines through in their finishing. From Xavi to the team's striker, his final pass is always sensational." Pep's Barcelona striker David Villa. He scored 2 goals in the unforgettable 5-0 El Clasico, showing his quality against Casillas and Madrid. That historic win will always be remembered. That same year, he became the top scorer in the World Cup, known for his incredible finishing. Villa wasn't just a goal scorer. His technical skills were also outstanding and he was unstoppable in the left wing area. He often worked with Iniesta and Busquets to create plays. Villa's standout quality was his lines behind the defense and his role as a decoy. With Messi and Iniesta as first nines, Villa exploited the spaces they created. This was a key Pep Barcelona tactic built around Messi and Villa's scoring. Villa was the ultimate goal scorer and workhorse. Now, let's highlight Pep's Barcelona super subs. Sanchez, a winger known for his finishing, also thrived at Arsenal and Manchester United. Thiago, a product of Barca's youth, stood out with his unique style when given the chance. Boden Kukic, benefiting from Messi and Xavi, was a reliable super sub in crucial moments. And then there's Cesc Fabregas, who shone in the 3-4-3 diamond formation, linking up with Messi. In the 2011-12 season, his link-up play with peak Messi was exceptional, and there was no stopping them. The 3-4-3 diamond system is built around a dominating position with overwhelming numbers in the center, focusing on attack. Pep used the system created by Cruyff to break through the era of defensive blocks. In this almost defensive-free strategy, central position is key. The build-up ends at the sides, creating time with passes. Piqué, playing deep, distributes the ball at the right moments. Wingers like Sanchez and Pedro position wide, opening space in the middle. Messi and Iniesta exploit these spaces, creating attacking overloads. Messi dribbles at will in the vital area, setting up multiple attacks. As in 4-3-3, Xavi drops in for build-up, receiving the ball in the fullback position, and contributes defensively as a first fullback. This system demands high midfield movement, making turnovers essential. While it's complex for the coach, the 3-4-3 is perfectly suited to breaking down 4-4 blocks, creating multiple attacking options when executed well. It's total football that King Cruyff envisioned. Let's look at side changes and passes. As mentioned, long ball switches depend on the receiver's skill, so position-based teams avoid them. Short passes for side changes maintain rhythm while spreading play wide. Passes on the side not only buy time, but also create central space. Pausing during a counterattack helps destabilize defensive blocks. The benefit of wide positioning is that it allows for place-free spreading, regardless of the opponent's defense. Pedro and Sanchez excelled in the demanding wing roles, allowing central players to thrive, effectively concluding Pep's Barcelona era. They'd pause, wait for the team to align, then shift the ball centrally to Xavi, Iniesta, or Messi to control position. From there, the ball goes to Thiago, who holds it while others like Sacchi and Messi prepare for the finish. Messi will pass to Sacchi, who makes a run, and Messi returns the ball for a beautiful team goal. Goal bonito.
Father, you should know I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah.
That is good pressure.
The genius of La Masia isn't just about Xavi or Iniesta. This is Gerard Piqué, one of Barcelona's smartest center-backs ever. Piqué excelled not only in defensive but also starting attacks with precise passes. Clever and strategic, he could read the game and make the perfect decision. With skillful feet and a towering flame, he was unstoppable. He didn't just play center-back. He redefined the role. He brought a new era of tactical modern football, replacing the outdated reliance on pure physicality. His sharp passes through defensive lines and wide, balanced positioning were key to Pep's Barcelona dominating position. When the ball reached the midfield pivot, Piqué adjusted, supporting with smart positioning and short passes to control the flow and build the play. Let's talk about Piqué's long passes. With a strong instep, he sends low, accurate lobs to the wings, high impact aerial passes, no problem. A single pass to Messi can push the whole team forward. One precise pass from his right foot can change the game completely. Center backs like Piqué are almost impossible to replace in football. There's one more irreplaceable player. With his unique ball control and innate tactical sense, he's the heartbeat of Barca. Sergio Busquets. The core of Pep's Barcelona, Busquets used his long legs to steal the ball and shut down attacks before they began. His positioning was always perfect. He's just always there. That's what every player caught by him would say. His ball control is one of a kind. With steady balance and calm composure, he controls the ball like he's teasing his opponents. Accurate forward passes, no problem. And when needed, Busquets can change the game with his dribbling alone. An angelic touch, as if he's rolling the ball with ease. Despite his slender frame, his core strength makes him hard to beat in duels. Being irreplaceable isn't just about his skills on the pitch. His calm mentality and sharp insight allow him to lead and control the flow of the game. This ability shines in the build-up play, with Iniesta, Xavi, and Piqué. Busquets orchestrated Tiki-taka, keeping position with unmatched stability. He reads the situation instantly, becoming the starting point of Tiki-taka, a tactical anomaly. That's Sergio Busquets. Pep's Barcelona and their iconic Tiki-taka didn't just mesmerize, it was a tactical masterpiece. Tiki-taka is a term coined to describe the elegant and precise passing style of Spanish football, linking to the ticking sound of a clock, tick-tock. But it's a phrase born from the media. Pep despised any play style that made passing an end in itself. In his words, Tiki-taka is garbage. It's meaningless. Passes must have a purpose to get closer to the opponent's goal. Passing just for the sake of passing, that's not football. Barcelona players always pass with intention. These quick short passes serve two main purposes: to disrupt the opponent's press and create space for dribble. Although we continue using the term Tiki-taka here, it's important to know Tiki-taka doesn't depend on the environment. A pass is the fastest form of dribbling, and there's essentially no one who can move faster than the speed of the ball. Barcelona players understand the physical properties of passing. They practice and play with fast ball speeds and swift movement, making it second nature. Teams facing Barcelona often find themselves forced into a zonal defense due to Tiki-taka's control over the ball. But Pep, using every method possible, would break through it from above. Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets. With these three at the heart of the game, Barcelona's Tiki-taka thrived. Without a doubt, the success of Pep's golden era owes much to the contributions of these three. Tiki-taka doesn't depend on the environment, but you can't forget Messi and Dani Alves' deadly partnership. Messi, Xavi, Alves. Messi, often dribbling wide, took on the world from the right side, creating magic with his dribbling and playmaking. Using Tiki-taka, they repeatedly break through defenses, always looking to feed Messi. A craftsman's playful touch, embodied perfectly by none other than Brazil's lively trickster, Dani Alves. Not only does Dani Alves support Messi and Pedro from the back, but he also collaborates with Xavi, the brain of Barcelona's midfield, to fulfill his role. Xavi's vertical pass to Messi, just as the opponent's press proves useless. Alves immediately shifts to support Messi. It's a deadly combination. Some call Alves the best fullback in history, and it's easy to see why. He's solid in defense too. With the skills learned from street football as a child and an exceptional ability to lead the game, Alves excels both offensively and defensively, performing at the highest level. His partnership with Messi is exceptional, and the precision of their short passes leaves defenders helpless. When they're on the ball, it's almost impossible to take it from them unless something extraordinary happens. Pep's Barcelona's joker, Dani Alves. Just his presence on the side blazes live into the attack, making him a key starting point for their offensive play. His influence would later play a huge part in shaping Brazil's duo, Neymar. But it wasn't just his play. His personality, which attracted those around him, kept the team alive with energy. Pep's Barcelona felt like a family, united through struggles and triumphs. Perhaps their true strength wasn't only in the game, but in the bond they shared off the pitch. Now, let's talk about a legend. A man who won the Ballon d'Or 8 times, a player loved by the gods of football, Lionel Messi. Who hasn't heard of Messi? Even those with little interest in football have likely come across his name at least once. It's needless to say, his name is etched in history. Under Pep, Messi's development skyrocketed. The first 9, a role made famous by Johan Cruyff in the 90s, and later seen with Roberto Totti, would be his stage. A system with no true number 9, crafting space and fluid movement in the attack. This was the perfect setup for Messi, a player with otherworldly talent. His first game as the first 9, the 28-9 El Clasico. By roaming between midfield and the forward line, Messi confused the defense, leading to a historic 6-2 victory. And his trademark, the dribbling. Messi avoids unnecessary movements and uses the shortest pass to get past the defenders, no need for fancy scissors or tricks. His dribbling is all about simple, effective movements, relying on weight shifts and small steps to throw off the timing of his opponents. When Messi has the ball in the opponent's partner's heart, the goal is always in his sights. Once he faces forward, even the world's best centre-backs can't stop him. In his younger years, Messi also had incredible speed. In the 2011-12 season, he scored 73 goals in official competitions, a record that still stands after 13 years. Option 2. His powerful long-range shot that led Barcelona to a Champions League victory against United received perfect passes from Iniesta and Xavi. This is one of the reasons he was able to produce so many goals. No matter how many players surround him, just a fraction of space is enough for Messi. In this instance, Iniesta plays the decoy and Messi takes advantage of the tiniest opening to score. His shooting precision is legendary, but it's his creativity, his ability to do things no one else could imagine, that truly sets him apart. We should be grateful to have lived in the same era as Messi. At least, that's how I feel. When you hear the words, a soccer team that made history, what comes to mind? One man, armed with the philosophy of Cruyffism and Barcelona's core principles, will provide the answer. Results will follow. This is Pep's philosophy. Pep sought more than just victory. He wanted the children who grew up watching their style of play to learn not only technique and tactics, but the importance of teamwork and to carry that into the future. To communicate this, he prioritized process and style. If you pursue something to the fullest, the results will naturally follow. Those who shared his vision made up Pep's Barcelona. Pep thought in reverse from the goal. At that time, the player with the greatest potential to score was Messi. Whenever Messi had the ball, no matter the situation, he would find a way to score. The mission of the other players was clear: how to deliver the ball to Messi cleanly. Behind their success lay the nurturing of young talent. Pep actively brought in young players from La Masia, successfully developing those who embodied the club's philosophy. Xavi, Messi, Iniesta, Piqué, Busquets, and many others have carried the DNA of Barcelona and continue to challenge the footballing revolution. Even today, Xavi and Flick, who were raised on Pep's football, are leading Barcelona as managers. Pedri, Gavi, Yamal quality. Under Flick's guidance, they will grow both physically and tactically, and create a strong Barcelona with a completely different direction from Messi's era. The future is unknown, but let's continue to look forward to Barcelona's journey. However, surpassing Pep's Barcelona is no easy feat. I believe we will never see players like Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi again. Spain's greatest ever striker, David Villa, was also crucial to Pep's vision of finishing. This team wasn't just Messi. Every player could handle the ball at the world's top level. The right player for the right role. Everyone took pride in fulfilling their assigned task at their position. The leader of this team was Pep Guardiola. Let's inscribe his greatest story here. Mexican club, Forza Barca.
What was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
Pep's Barcelona. In the 4 years following Pep's appointment, Barcelona won numerous titles and built the greatest golden era in the club's history. This was only possible because they played with pride, never forgetting the club's traditions, and with tremendous effort. They taught us many things. From ball control, including face-to-face play, also the mentality of individuals, and the team, and how to approach goals. And above all, they taught us how to enjoy football. Pep demanded a lot from his players, not only in terms of playing and principles but also their moral conduct and disciplined eating habits. He completely rebuilt the team. Even if it meant becoming the bad guy, he never abandoned his pride. It was his passionate commitment that drove the players to victory. I hope you can now understand why Pep's Barcelona is one of the football teams that will be remembered in history. Their approach always respecting the opposing players and competing. Let's draw the curtain here, a beautiful story. Gracias Pep, gracias Barca.